Welcome back everyone. In this video, I want to introduce you all to a date picker component. I feel that as a React developer, you definitely should have a robust cross-browser date picker component at your disposal. The package we will be using is React Date Picker. This library supports IE 11, Safari, and a whole lot of props for you to cater to all the requirements you might have. As always, I have started off by creating a new project using Create React App. Now open the terminal and run the command yarn add react-datepicker. Once the installation is done, we should be able to use the date picker component. First, I'm going to open app.js and clear out the header section. Now we can import our date picker. Import date picker from React Date Picker. The package also provides us with the CSS. Let's import that as well. Import React Date Picker /dist /React Date Picker.css. Now, in the JSX, we can use the date picker component. For this component, we need to specify two props. The first one is the selected prop, which represents the date selected, and we also specify the onChange event handler. Anytime a user picks a different value, we need to capture that and feed that back to the date picker as the selected date value. Basically like a controlled component. Now if there is change in any value, we need that as a state variable. Let's add one to maintain the selected value of the date picker. First, at the top, import useState from React. Then create a state variable. The variable is called selectedDate. The setter function is setSelectedDate, and the initial value is going to be null. Now we can specify the prop values. Selected is going to be equal to selectedDate, and on change arrow function we get the date as a parameter, and we call setSelectedDate, passing in that parameter. Our basic example is now ready. Let's save the file and in the terminal run the command yarn start. In the browser, you can see that we now have an input element. I click on the input box and the date picker pops up. By default, today's date is highlighted. I can select a date and the value is automatically filled in the input box. Click again, change the value, and the selected date updates. Our date picker component works as expected. Now it's time to take a look at some of the more important props that we can specify on this date picker component. The first one is related to the format. And that can be specified using the date format prop. By default, the format, as you can see, is mm/dd/yyyy. Let's change that. I'm going to go back to VS Code, add date format is equal to a string yyyy/m/dd. Make sure M is in uppercase. If you take a look at the browser, select the date, you can see that the format has changed. I'll change it to dd yyyy, which is the format I am used to. So I'm going to select, let's say 28th March, so 28/03/2020. So the first prop is the date format. Alright, next let's take a look at setting a minimum date and a maximum date. Both of them can be set using the min date and the max date props. First, the min date. If you take a look right now, we are free to pick any date. But if we want to prevent the user from picking a date in the past, we can set the prop min date is equal to new date. So today's date is the minimum that can be selected. In the browser, you can see that the past dates are all disabled. I cannot select anything before March 21st. If you try to, let's say, manually enter a past date, let's go with 20th, the component will not accept that date. Similarly, if you want to set the maximum date, you can use the max date property. For our demo, I'm just going to change min date to max date. So the maximum date that can be picked is today. No future dates are allowed. Take a look at the browser, click on the input component, 21st of March or any date after the 21st of March is disabled. That is, the maximum date is today's date. Alright, next prop. We are going to see how to filter dates. Let's say we need the user to pick a date, but it has to be a weekday. So Saturdays and Sundays aren't allowed. For that, we use the filter date prop. I'm going to remove this max date and add filter date. This prop is going to be an arrow function which gets access to a date value and will disable it or filter it out if it is a Saturday or a Sunday. Date.getDay is not equal to 6 and date.getDay is not equal to 0. By the way, this is how you check for a weekend in JavaScript. If you now take a look at the browser, click on the input, you can see that the weekends are disabled. Even though today's date is highlighted, I cannot actually select it. I can, however, select a weekday. Alright, the next prop is a useful one, and that is clearable. If that is specified or set to true, you get a button in the date picker when a date is selected. So go back, select a date, and you can see that we now have a clear button. If you click on it, it clears out the value. Pretty straightforward. Alright, for our final prop, let's talk about adding a year dropdown. At the moment, if I have to select the year 2000, there is no easy way to do so. This left chevron only goes back 1 month at a time. We cannot jump years together. To solve that, we can add the show year dropdown and scrollable year dropdown prop. If we go back to the browser, we have a scrollable dropdown with which we can easily select the year 2000. Alright, that does it for this video. What I want to mention though is that the date picker component supports at least 10 more useful props. If you've understood the props used so far, you will easily understand the remaining ones. There are props to add styling, include dates, exclude dates, create a date range picker, select a month only, and even a time picker. The time picker seems to have open issues and is the reason I didn't want to cover it in this component. Again, my intention is to introduce you to the library and cover some of the major props. The rest is for you to explore. Nevertheless, I hope you now have a date picker component in your React toolkit. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.